Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 12. Today I'm gonna watch 2 episodes. That's gonna be great. Yes, my hair a little different than usually for personal reasons. Like, I'm not gonna discuss about everything about my life. You know so much about my life. If you are watching my intros and reviews, clearly you know way too much about my personal life. This afternoon I'm gonna get a message, you know, that one of my friends is offering me, so because of that I put my hair like that. Hey, that's it. Did you really need to know that? No. Why am I saying it? I don't know. I feel that I need to justify everything. Laura, you need to focus. That's it. It's just the intro and I'm already beginning to be everywhere and nowhere at the same time. As you can see, I'm into a good mood. I'm excited. Because I have that message, you know, later, I'm really feeling that this day is gonna be I'm really feeling that this day is gonna be, you know, a day for me that I'm taking for myself. I'm gonna watch 2 episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm gonna enjoy a message, you know, like, hey, you know, life is good when you have days like that. So that's a good day. I'm impatient also to discover what is gonna happen now. With this Shibuya incident, like last episode we spent it with Yuji, Megumi, all of that situation. I'm wondering if I'm gonna come back with them during this episode, or if I'm right to think that the next episodes it's gonna be really one episode, one situation, one group. Meaning that, for example, next episode we can be with Nobara and her group. Next episode we can be with Mei and her group. Next episode, you know, maybe we can have things being cut like that. At the same time, what happened during the previous episode, Yuji and Megumi, I had the impression that this situation was resolved but not fully, so maybe they would prefer to fully resolve it before jumping on another case. Megumi understood how that guy was functioning, you know, and Yuji was the one to apply what Megumi found, and these two, they are working so well together, they are fighting so well together because they understand each other without even talking, like, oh, it's working well. We didn't have news about Ino and his situation with the other guy and the granny. So see, that thing, you know, that battle inside of that big fight, that fight inside of that big battle is not resolved fully. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're coming back with them at least a little. I wouldn't be surprised if we're jumping for the entire episode to a total new situation. Clearly, I would love to have news about Satoru because I'm worried about him, because you know how much I love him. But I think that if they do things like I think, one episode, one group, is gonna be the last one. You know? Because it is the main thing about this entire fight battle, is the one that they targeted clearly, that they sealed, that they want to escape with, like all of that incidents, it's for him, because of him, depending on how you are placing yourself. But I would want to have news about him, if I can. My main concern, you know, for Yuji's situation, for Yuji's group situation, it's Ino. Because we saw that he's really genuine. He wants to prove himself also, how great he is. Nanami gave him that mission of protecting the 2 other ones, and I have the impression that he's ready to do everything for that, everything including sacrificing himself. I'm so afraid for people to sacrifice themselves with this anime. And also, I thought at first that, oh, maybe during this incident we can have 1 or 2 deaths, just that. Turned out that just after saying that, one of the assistants got killed in just 1 second. So now I'm more like, okay, 5 or 6% are gonna die. 5 or 6% that we know by name, that we met, that we spent time with, maybe not main characters, but still important characters, like this assistant. I thought that he was really important. So yes, I'm more considering that 5 or 6 of them can die, and I don't want to put anyone on my suspicious list, you know, and I don't want to already imagine who can die, because I'm not sure that I can deal well with my own suspicions, you know. No, I don't want to imagine that. So that's it, let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which you have these reaction videos earlier, we have 4 episodes of advance. On Patreon you have the full reaction part, the full opacity, and it's the best way to support me if you want and if you can. And remember that right there on YouTube, for the reaction part, it's not directly on YouTube, it's through a link that you have on the description. It's not how I love to do stuff, but it's how I'm forced to do stuff. And still, with that link, I'm respecting the fair use rules that I always respected on my YouTube channel, but I'm forced to do things a little differently for the end of this season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen. I hope that you can understand. Let's go, guys, for this episode! Okay, so I was wrong about how this episode would be done for at least, you know, all of this incident. I thought that it would be one episode, one fight, one group, but in fact not at all. During this episode we had news about a lot of different groups. That's great, because it means that we're not gonna be frustrated to not have news about maybe our favorite characters for several episodes. At the same time, I was against the idea, because with that kind of big fight, you know, divided into several places, if you are putting all of the different groups into one episode, in fact we're not spending a lot of time with each one of them, so in fact we're not progressing that much for each one of them. So I was against that idea because I was afraid of that. For this episode, in fact, we progressed a lot, even if we were with everyone. Meaning that the situation with Megumi and Yuji is really resolved with that guy that they managed to arrest, you know, to stop. They managed to save Ino. I was scared for the guy. I'm glad that he's not dead. I'm not glad. I'm worried about the fact that Megumi said that, okay, he didn't die, but he's not feeling well. You know, he's badly hurt. I'm afraid of that, but Megumi is gonna take care of him and is gonna find help to save him. So I want to have hope for Ino. Grandma was killed by the second guy with that question of the body, which was summoned as well, the soul, like... I'm not sure that I understood what happened right there, but turned out that we don't have Granny to be worried about anymore, so that's cool, in a way, no? Yuji ran to help inside. Right now he's gonna face one of the guys trying to find him. We know that Mahito's group right now, they have that little game about being the one to find Yuji and to kill Yuji, all for different reasons. Apparently this guy is gonna be the first one to face Yuji and to try to get that chance of killing him. I didn't understand his reasons when he explained them earlier. I understood that it was to have a revenge for his brothers. I understood that he's really blaming Yuji for that. I understood that after killing Yuji, he wants to go to the school maybe to get his brothers, not just to have another revenge. So I'm really not sure about that situation. I think that at least during the next episode I'm gonna have my answers about it, so that's gonna be great. During this episode we spent time also with Mei, who is fighting so well, and clearly the girl is interested only to fight for her side, because I think that she has principles and values. She knows that she fights for the good side, but still she sees her interest into all of that with how much she's gonna ask them, you know, the price that she's gonna ask them and all. She has a supporter, a fan with that kid, and it's great. She was surprised to see Geto right there. She didn't understand yet, like I didn't understand at first, that Geto was not Geto. Fake Geto blocked her with a big cursed spirit into a domain expansion. That's gonna be an hard fight. She said it herself, it has been a long time that she didn't feel threatened. Her life and also that's gonna be an epic fight. It's cool. Nobara facing blonde guy, I hated it because I already hate him. His voice is annoying. His principles, you know, his ways to do stuff, they are awful. The fact that he's only going for the weakest targets, meaning that right there he targeted a lot of assistants. He killed them just because he knew that it would be easier for him. Apparently he killed a lot of them. Maybe our main assistant that we know is still alive. I would appreciate that. We'll see. Nanami discovering that for sure his level of rage for the guy now is exploding everything, and for sure in front of the guy is gonna go with full strength. He was amazing right there facing him. He went into that fight not considering in fact that it would be a fight, but more like an opportunity to have information. So I'm gonna destroy you, but if before you can give me information, maybe I can try that. Right there, I saw his emotions, you know, Nanami. I saw his rage. I felt how he felt, you know, he was disgusted by that guy who could go for the weakest targets, for his way to function and all. He was really disgusted by him, mad at him, mad no matter what at what happened, what was happening. You know, it was bad emotions, and it was not sadness, it was not bad emotions like he didn't open his heart or anything like that, but no matter what, it was emotions, it was things that he hates, you know, his despites. And for me it says a lot about Nanami and how he's considering his life, he sees life also, things, and for sure I want to know more about him, about his past, about everything which made him who he is right now. But his way to act right there, it's already a clue about that, I think. Nobara, she tried her best to fight that guy. For me, she was too impulsive. She didn't think enough about what was happening. She saw someone bad, someone that she recognized also, that she already fought before. She let her anger for the guy take all of the place, and she didn't think enough. I think that that's really the main default that she had during this fight, and because of that, without Nanami intervening, she wouldn't have had a chance, you know, to fight back and to survive and to save the other girl. So Nobara, it's not like I'm disappointed about what you did with this fight, but clearly I can see that it was not a good one and you need to improve, girl. You can't let your emotions dictate your way to fight. Nanami, he didn't let his emotions dictate his way to fight. He used them for fighting, but he didn't let the emotions dictate the entire thing. That's the difference, really, because both of them were mad as hell, but Nanami was the one to use that madness well. Okay, that was a good episode. A lot of things happened into it. I'm wondering if it's gonna be the case for the next one that I'm gonna watch right now. If you're watching this on YouTube, remember that if you're subscribing to my Patreon to the level 3, 3, like that. You're gonna have 4 episodes of advance, my reactions and my thoughts to the 4 next episodes with the full opacity, with the full reaction part. It's with the level 3. If you want to support me, to help me, that's the best way, and you're gonna have all of these advantages. Okay, it's all for you for this video, and it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.